Hello and welcome on this new Friday analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So I'm actually very happy to say that most of the signals which I have sent last midweek analysis video have worked perfectly well, and I would like to know, guys, what do you think about these signals and if you have made any real profit with these signals. Anyway, without further ado, let's now begin with the Friday analysis, and let's begin with the Euro USD. But before that, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and of course share the video. So regarding the Euro USD, as we can see, the market has indeed reversed exactly from the given price at 1.05287, and of course that level of a previous support has been respected, and we actually thought that we will end up with an inverted head and shoulders pattern. However, the current movement right here for the Euro USD has actually changed that game. We were actually relying on that level of a support right here. We were actually expecting from the market to continue the rise based on that level of a support, and of course that did not happen. And what happened here, of course, is a strong bearish movement. Therefore, what we can say next is that the Euro USD is indeed going to continue the fall. So now the question is, where exactly we can start shorting the Euro USD? Now, first of all, let me just get rid of the old signal. And let's see now what we can do next with this pair. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to something here. If we look at the left side, right there exactly, we are having a very strong real level of a resistance, which of course has already become a real level of a support as well. Then it became also a real level of a resistance multiple times. Then we had here 1 and 2 fake breakouts. Add to this that we are having here as well a resistance trend line. If I draw the resistance trend line all the way like this, ignoring of course the fake breakouts, and as you can see right here, we're having number 1, number 2 real level of a resistance trend line, then a fake breakout from that level, and again the market indeed respected that level again. So the market, my friends, is actually continuously respecting that level of a resistance trend line, and lately we had right here that fake breakout pattern from that resistance trend line, and the market of course has actually failed to create a simple, or actually a single support trend line. During all these attempts right here, we don't even have one single attempt of a support trend line. It has always been either a resistance trend line or a fake breakout. That tells us that most likely right now the Euro USD is actually facing the support zone right here at 1.05860, which means most likely the Euro USD for today and tomorrow is going to continue the rise right here, and we can actually short the Euro USD exactly from the same level of a real resistance, and of course the real level of a resistance trend line as well. That being said, we can actually short the Euro USD exactly from that level, right here exactly to be precise, at 1.06173. Which means we have to wait for the market to rise for about 22 pips, and of course the take profit level is going to be placed just right there at the nearest strong key support level to our entry, which means we are actually going to be aiming 76 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a real resistance, since we are actually mainly relying on this level of a resistance and that resistance trend line. If the market is going to actually be able to reach that level of the edge of the safe zone, then most likely the Euro USD is no longer good to be shorted. That being said, the safe zone is going to be ranging for about 42 pips against 74 pips of take profit. Let's now move to the Pound USD. Alright, so as you can see, my friends, the Pound USD has indeed hit the take profit level yesterday. The market has reversed exactly from this price at 1.20329, and it went all the way to the take profit level, making more than 111 pips of profit. And of course, after that, the market went down after reversing from the take profit level. And of course, everyone here, I think, already knows that if a signal has reversed exactly from the take profit level, it's instantly disqualified and we never trade it again. So again, congratulations to everyone who have actually taken this signal and made these beautiful profits. So anyway, let's see now what we can do next with this pair, and let's delete the old signal. So most likely right now, the direction for the Pound USD is going to be bearish. Now, as you can see, my friends, we had here a strong key support level, or a support zone, and every single time the market has actually made an attempt to break out from that level of a resistance, it instantly went back to that level of a support. So let's track the market. So it actually has reversed exactly from 1.19810, and it has reversed exactly from that level of a resistance zone and went back all the way to the support at 1.19290. Again, went to the same level of a resistance and went back to the support, and again went back to the resistance and went back to the support. So as you can see, the market, my friends, is actually unable to break out from that level of a resistance right here. Now, what's happening, my friends, in my opinion, is simply like this. If we move to the daily chart right now, we can notice right here, of course, that we had here a support trend line, and right now, guess what? The market has made the bearish breakout from that level of a support trend line. Over the time, since actually September 2022, we had this level of a support trend line, and we had right here, last February, 20 February, we had here the second attempt of the support trend line. Then lately, actually yesterday, we had here the last attempt of the support trend line. Then today, Thursday, we had the actual bearish breakout from that level, which means that most likely the pound USD is actually getting ready for another bearish rally, and most likely the target, my friends, has got to be right here, at least that level of a previous strong key support level at 1.18344, which means that the pound USD still has about, I would say, about 100 pips more to go. Therefore, let's see now where exactly we can start shorting this pair. Moving to the 4-hour time frame. Actually, let's move to even the 1-hour time frame so we can see it more clear. Now, what we can see right here is exactly that level of a previous resistance. 1 second, just right there exactly. That tail right here is actually, that wick, sorry, represents actually the new level of a resistance, which was previously a support. If we look at the left side right now, my friends, 1 second, I just need to scroll to the left side to be able to see it. You know what? Let's move to the 4-hour time frame. I'm sorry, that's my mistake. It's my mistake. Yeah, let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Now actually we can see that. What we need to do, my friends, is simply identify the real level of a support, and based on that we can start accordingly deciding where to short the pound USD. Actually, I made a mistake. I actually told you that this was a resistance level. Actually, I'm wrong. What I was thinking is that level of a real support right there. So if we track this line right here at 1.19601, we can see that right here exactly, this level has actually been respected as the real level of a support. Then we had here a fake breakout number 1, fake breakout number 2, number 3, and finally the actual breakout from that level. And how do we know this is the actual breakout? Because we have just checked the daily chart to find the broken support trend line, which actually never lies. So that being said, if we look at the left side, yes, exactly. Now, if we look at the left side, we can see that the same level, 1.19601, has actually been a real level of a resistance, as you can see right there. That means that after that bearish breakout candle, most likely that level of a real resistance is gonna be now respected, and we can start safely and hopefully shorting the pound USD after it rises for about 23 pips, and after that the take profit level has got to be right here at absolutely the lowest level of the support at 1.18576, which means the target is going to be exactly 100 pips hopefully of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a previous real level of a support at 1.20153, which means the safe zone is going to be ranging for about 53 pips against 100 pips of profit. Moving now to the AUDUSD, but before that, I want to remind everyone about something. Most of you guys might actually get hyped about the results of the last Friday analysis video. It was actually 100% in profit last week. However, I don't want you guys to think that just because that video was 100% in success directions doesn't mean that even this one is going to be 100% successfully predicted. Maybe there will be some losses, maybe I will be wrong. So again, I'm doing here the best I can to analyze the market in my own way and style. So again, this cannot be successful every single week. There is no guarantees about that. I don't want any one of you to put all their eggs in one basket and just trade the entire amount relying on these signals. In the end, these are just signals, and they actually might work and they might not work. So please be careful and wise about how you are trading these signals. It's really up to you. Anyway, back to the AUDUSD. The AUDUSD, my friends, has also reversed exactly from the given price at 0.67210, and actually went in total of, I would say, about 60 pips of profit. I don't know if anyone have actually closed it in profit, but right now it's in the break even. Now, after the reversal happened right here exactly at 0.67719, we can no longer continue buying the AUDUSD. Let me now delete the old signal, and let's see now what we can do next with this pair. So for anyone who says that Salah keep changing his mind, I'm not changing my mind. I'm just adapting with the new direction of the market. If the market has changed the direction, I'm not gonna stick to it and just okay. So anyway, what I can see here about the AUDUSD, that if we look at the 4-hour time frame, Now pay attention, my friends. We had right here the actual reversal from that level of a resistance exactly right there at 0.677774. Now, if we look at this level carefully, it has indeed been a strong real level of a resistance over the time. Since actually November 2022, this level has been respected as a real level of a resistance. And actually, I have mentioned that many times. However, the market indeed has reversed exactly from that point. Now, if we look at the support trend line, we can see right here clearly that we had, of course, a broken level of a support trend line exactly right there. This was, of course, the real level of a support trend line, and the market has indeed managed to make the bearish breakout from that level, and indeed right now it has actually retested that level and became a new resistance trend line. Therefore, the AUDUSD is most likely now going to continue the fall, and the target, of course, has got to be right here, the lowest level of the support, where the support trend line has actually begun. Meaning the take profit level is going to be at least 0.66150, which means that the AUDUSD still has about 115 pips more to go. So after that, let's see now where exactly we can start shorting the AUDUSD. Now moving to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, what we will do, my friends, is simply identifying the real level of a resistance, and based on that, we are going to decide where exactly we can start shorting this pair. Now, let's focus on 0.67441. This level not only was a real level of a resistance, but also it was Fibonacci 50. Fibonacci retracement 50 usually is a winning level, and we can actually trust that level to start shorting the market. We can see that right here the market has already made 1 and 2 attempts on that level as a resistance. So we already have a resistance number 1 and a resistance number 2. Now we can see that the market indeed started to reverse based on that level of a real support. I don't know if you guys can hear the police sirens. I'm trying my best to hide it with my voice. Anyway, now we can see right here that we had, of course, a broken, a real level of a support as well, and the market right now is reversing based on that level of a support. But since we're actually relying mainly on the resistance level at 0.67441, most likely the AUDUSD is gonna make one last attempt to reach that level, and afterwards is gonna continue the fall. Add to this that we had right here also a broken level of a support trend line, and as you can see, my friends, this was of course the support trend line, and this was right here the actual breakout from that level. So therefore, if the AUDUSD is going to be able to reach this level right here, is going to first of all respecting the real level of a resistance, and also is going to be retesting the broken level of a support trend line to create a new resistance trend line, and after that it's going to continue the fall. So that being said, most likely it's going to be safe to start shorting the AUDUSD from that level. And of course, if we look at this from the resistance trend line perspective, we can see right here that we had also a respected level of a resistance trend line, and seems like, of course, over the time the market is gonna most likely reach that level to respect it and reverse upon the pressure from the resistance trend line, which means let's go back to the 4 hour time frame. We can start safely shorting the AUDUSD from 0.67441, and the target, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be right here, the absolute lowest level of the support, just right there at 0.66182, which means the safe zone, the target is going to be about 125 pips of profit. Nope, I don't like this one. I like to give realistic signals that can actually guarantee a profit to everyone, to all my followers. Therefore, the take profit level has been changed to be right here on that level of a nearest strong key support level to the entry as 0.66521, which means the take profit level is going to be approximately 90 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than the level of a resistance at 0.67911, which means the safe zone is going to be ranging for about 46 pips against 90 pips of profit. Moving now to the USDCAD. Alright, so as you can see, the USDCAD actually has been ranging in the level. The USDCAD actually has been ranging and reached the edge of the safe zone. It's not yet a failed signal. However, the USDCAD also was in profit for a few pips and currently ranging inside of the safe zone. So however, let's see now what we can do next with this pair. Actually, the initial analysis, my friends, was actually relying on that level of a support trend line, if you can see it. Now we can see that the market has indeed my goodness, the market has indeed managed to retest that level of a broken level of a support trend line. So it has actually made 1 and 2 attempts of the resistance trend line. Now, most likely the USDCAD seems like it's actually having a very strong bullish momentum. And if we look at the daily chart right now we can see clearly that this level of a previous key support level as 1.35873 has indeed been respected. That level, my friends, was a real level of a support, which was of course the nearest one to that bullish breakout candle. And to be honest with you, I was actually relying on that candle right here, because once we see this candle on a resistance level, especially on the daily chart, it's usually a good sign to start shorting the market. However, of course, it has a winning ratio and cannot be successful every single time. Therefore, we had actually now to change the signal to be buy instead of sell, and the target has got to be right here, absolutely the absolute highest level of a resistance right there at 1.369991, which means the USDCAD still has about 74 pips more to go. Now let's move to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, what we can see right here, of course, is that level of a support trend line, and obviously the market has been respecting that level of a support trend line. If I move back to the 4 hour time frame right now, sorry. Now if we look at the left side, we can notice right here, my friends, that we of course had here a real level of a support as well, just to be sure, exactly right there at 1.35960. Now, of course, I need to be precise here and to be very accurate. This is, of course, the best way to draw the support trend line and the current momentum. This is, of course, the new channel, which we are having right now. And of course, we had here multiple attempts of a fake breakout. However, that level of a real resistance trend line has indeed been respected over time. Now, most likely, the USDCAD is actually going to make one last fall right here to reach that level of a previous support, or actually the edge of the channel right here, as we can see. And after that, it's going to continue the bounce and continue the rise to reach the resistance at 1.36991. Now, we have to wait for the USDCAD to fall for about 34 pips before it's going to be safe to be bought. Now, if we look at the left side, just to confirm this entry, now we can see clearly, my friends, that of course, let me just tell you something. To be sure of your entry, always study the market's history to find how the market has reacted to that level when it has visited it in the past. So as you can see, once the market has actually reached that level of a support at 1.35960, the market has indeed respected it and reversed on that level of a previous support. Again, right here as well, it has respected that level as a support. Again, right here and right there. Almost every single time we had, of course, several fake breakouts, but right now we are actually analyzing based on the trend line. So therefore, I doubt that there will be any fake breakouts right here. Most likely the USDCAD is gonna fall again and respect that level of a support trend line. And actually, I want to increase the entry. Sorry, I mean to rise it to be right here exactly. That's actually more convenient. 1.36009 is going to be our new entry. Therefore, we're actually expecting to make approximately 98 pips profit from this signal. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a support at 1.35597, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 41 pips against 98 pips of profit. Moving now to the USDJPY, which actually working very well so far. And as you can see, currently the USDJPY is running in about 100 pips of profit. I would like to know, guys, if you have taken this signal, and if you did, please at least hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course share the video, and let me know in the comments if you have enjoyed this signal and enjoying making all these decent profits with Xtreme Trader. Now let me just tell you something regarding the USDJPY. Most likely we're gonna continue buying this pair. The USDJPY is rising, and so far I don't see any chance for a bearish fall right now. If we look at the daily chart right now, my friends, the USDJPY is indeed reversing from the support level right here at 135.789, and of course has already retested the broken level of a resistance and also retested the level of a support right here. So most likely the USDJPY is going to continue the rise till it reach the take profit level. But for those who have actually missed this entry, let me just tell you now where exactly we can start buying the USDJPY again. So moving now to the 1 hour time frame. Now based on the 1 hour time frame, what I'm going to do is simply draw here a support trend line just like that. And right now what I will do next is simply drag the very same support trend line I have drawn here and place it all the way just like this. This is what we call, my friends, the magic of trend lines. As you can see, the market has indeed respected that level of a support trend line over the time. It became also a resistance trend line and lately became a single attempt of a support trend line. So therefore, we can notice right here that the USDJPY is indeed reversing, and most likely we can start buying the pair exactly once it reaches that level of a previous support trend line and of course a previous resistance as well. So that being said, we can safely start buying the USDJPY exactly from that level. Let me just go to the 30-minute time frame to see the attempts. Now the reason to move to the 30-minute time frame is I want actually to see the actual level of a resistance right there exactly at 136.504. Now we can see clearly that this was of course a support number one, and also it was a previous level of a resistance, and more importantly, if I look at the left side, it was of course the peak of a real resistance right here, exactly 136.504. So that being said, we have to wait for the USDJPY to fall for about 25 pips before we can start buying it. Therefore, of course, that's going to be the new level to the take profit, sorry, the buy order. I'm looking for the take profit level. Oh, yeah, there it is. So this is, of course, the take profit level. Same. Meanwhile, my goodness. One second, guys. And there you have it. There is your signal for the USDJPY. The safe zone is going to be ranging for about 50 pips, I would say, against 133 pips of profit. That's everything for this pair. Moving now to the USDCHF. Alright, so unfortunately the USDCHF signal was the only one which has failed. As you can see, the market did not reverse on that level. I agree it was ranging inside of the safe zone, but still it actually running in loss. Therefore, please accept my apologies, guys, and hopefully we can recover with the next signal. Let me now see what we can do next with the USDCHF and move to the daily chart just to identify the direction. Now very clearly we can see right here a very strong key support level exactly right there at 0.93894, and right now the USDCHF has indeed respected that level of a support right there. So that means that the market right now is gonna continue the rise. Not to mention, of course, also that we're having here a resistance trend line which has been actually broken out from, just to be precise. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame to show it to you right there. So this was of course the resistance trend line, as you can see, and right now we can see right here, my friends, we had number 1, number 2, number 3 attempts of a resistance trend line, and lately we can see that the market has made right here the support attempt of a new support trend line, which means the USDCHF is most likely now going to continue the rise. Now the question is where exactly we can start buying this pair. Now pay attention right here again. We are back to that very strong key support level. So meaning this is going to be the absolute lowest level of the support where we can actually expect from the USDCHF to fall to before start the bullish reversal. Now that's going to be happening about after like 25 pips. And not only that, if we check this pattern also, we can actually draw here a support trend line just like this. And pay attention, this is of course the absolute lowest level of the support trend line, and the market has indeed kept respecting that level over the time multiple times. Therefore, if the USDCHF right now is going to be respecting that level of a resistance zone, and then it's going to continue the fall, it's first going to be respecting the support trend line, and after that it's going to continue the rise. And also if we look at the left side, we're having here the very strong key support zone, which most likely cannot be ignored easily. That being said, we can start buying the USDCHF exactly from that level at 0.93894, and the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a previous resistance at 0.93321, which means the safe zone will be ranging for about 55 pips. Meanwhile, the take profit level, of course, has got to be placed right there at the absolute highest level of a real resistance. If I look at the left side right now, this is of course the real level of a resistance, which is the nearest one to the current level. And here we had of course the fake breakout, therefore that's got to be our take profit level at 0.94993, which means, my friends, we're actually aiming approximately, I would say, 110 pips of profit against 55 pips of a safe zone. Moving now to the gold, which, by the way, guys, was just amazing. It was one really amazing signal, and really this is perfection. The gold, my friends, has reversed exactly from the given price at 1811.86 and went all the way to the take profit level, making 335 pips of profit. I have all the right to be so proud and bragging about this signal. It is one just amazing, guys. It was just fantastic and very profitable, and I'm very sure that at least there is someone in the comments and he know who I'm talking about. I'm sure, actually, I have seen his comments. He actually said that bingo, the take profit level has been hit, and I'm so happy to see his comments, because actually, guys, this is actually what I really want to see. I want to see, guys, your reactions and your opinion and feedback about these signals. Not only that, I want to see you guys actually have made real profit from these signals, so we can all together enjoy making money from Forex together as Xtreme Trader family. So again, I'm not making here a speech for the Oscar. I'm just very happy about this signal. It was really great. However, just because this signal was very successful, it doesn't mean at all that the next one is going to be as successful as this one. Of course, there is always a chance and a possibility that we actually might fail in our analysis. And again, I want to highlight, my friends, that these things can happen. So please be careful and wise about how you are trading. Anyway, back to the gold. Right now, as we can see right here, I actually have drawn here the support trend line exactly on that level at 1820.55. Now you might tell me, but Salah, that's actually going to be so far. We have to wait for the gold to fall for about 174 pips before we can start buying. I tell you, always be patient and just wait for the right entry to have a good profits. Most likely right now, guys, the gold is indeed going to continue the rise. If we look at the daily chart right now, we can see right here that we had, of course, a very strong key level of a support exactly at 1826.87. And right now the gold has indeed made the strong bullish breakout from that level of a resistance. Actually, it wasn't not even a resistance. The market has made here what we can call a fake breakout, and that level of a support is most likely going to be respected. So right now, the gold is actually facing right here a major resistance exactly right there at 1843.40. And there is a possibility that the gold is actually going to make a pullback and fall down for about 111 pips. And right from that level of a previous support zone, we can start safely buying the gold. Moving now to the 1 hour time frame just to see this clearly. So right now, we can see, my friends, that we are actually having here the real level of a support, just to be precise. So I'm aligning my horizontal line to match up with the real level of a support and ignoring the fake breakouts. It was also a real level of a resistance as well in the past. Let's just continue scrolling to the left side to see how the market has reacted to that level as a support, and check this out. That is what I'm talking about. The market, my friends, has always been respecting that level as a real support. It always reversed exactly on it. So back to the current price or the current time, we can see how the gold is actually making a very strong, I can actually call it like a bullish impulse. Therefore, it's gonna most likely continue the rise. Therefore, let's wait for the gold to make one final pullback for about 90 pips before we can start continue buying this pair. And the safe zone has got to be placed right here at absolutely the lowest level of a previous support at 1817.23. Which means the safe zone will be ranging for about 104 pips. Meanwhile, the take profit level has got to be placed just right there at absolutely the highest level of a resistance at 1847.80, which means we will actually be aiming 100, actually I would say 200 pips of profit against 110 pips of a safe zone. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the USD pairs and for the gold for tomorrow, Friday. Again, hopefully these signals are gonna be triggered, and hopefully they will be actually very profitable to everyone. And again, I want to remind everybody to be very wise and safe about their funds, and keep in mind that just because these signals came from Xtreme Trader doesn't mean at all that they will be 100% profitable. There is always a chance and a possibility that they will actually fail, and for that, please prepare and get ready for any chances. As you can see, the market is rising. The AUDUSD right now is just 12 pips far away from the entry. Let me now release this video. So until then, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.